The doctrine against abdication in administrative law refers to the principle that an administrative authority, vested with statutory powers or duties, cannot delegate, surrender, or abandon those powers or duties to another entity unless expressly permitted by law. This doctrine ensures that public authorities exercise their responsibilities as mandated, preventing unlawful delegation, evasion of responsibility, or arbitrary inaction. Below, I outline the doctrine's key aspects, its application in administrative law, and relevant case law, particularly in the Indian context, as this seems aligned with your previous query on administrative law doctrines. Doctrine against abdication. Overview * definition * Abdication occurs when an administrative authority fails to exercise its statutory powers or duties, either by delegating them improperly to another entity or by refusing to act, thereby undermining the purpose of the legal mandate. The doctrine prohibits such actions to ensure accountability, legality, and adherence to the rule of law. Core principle * An authority entrusted with discretionary or mandatory powers by statute must exercise those powers itself unless delegation is explicitly authorized by law. Abdication violates the trust placed in the authority by the legislature and can lead to judicial intervention. Key aspects and application. 1. Prohibition on unlawful delegation ***. Administrative authorities cannot delegate their core decision-making powers to another entity unless the statute explicitly permits it. This stems from the maxim **delegatus non potest delegare **. A delegate cannot further delegate. Example in Pradyut Kumar Bose vs. Honorable Chief Justice of Calcutta High Court, 1956, the Supreme Court of India held that an authority vested with discretionary powers cannot delegate them unless the statute allows it. If an authority surrenders its decision-making to another, it amounts to abdication, rendering the action ultra vires, beyond its powers. Application This ensures that statutory powers remain with the designated authority, preventing unauthorized entities from exercising control. For instance, a licensing authority cannot delegate its power to grant licenses to a private body unless the law permits. 2. Failure to exercise statutory duty ***. Abdication also occurs when an authority refuses or neglects to perform a mandatory duty, effectively abandoning its role. This is particularly significant in cases where public interest or individual rights are at stake. Example in state of Uttar Pradesh vs. Maharaja Dharmendra Prasad Singh, 1989, the Supreme Court emphasized that an authority cannot abdicate its statutory obligations by inaction or by deferring to another entity without legal basis. The court struck down actions where an authority failed to exercise its mandated powers. Application Courts intervene through judicial review, often issuing writs like mandamus to compel authorities to perform their duties, ensuring administrative accountability. 3. Judicial review is a check ***. The doctrine is enforced through judicial review, where courts assess whether an authority has abdicated its powers or duties. This aligns with the rule of law, ensuring that public authorities act within their legal mandate. Example in Gwalior Rayon Silk MFG Company Limited v. Assistant Commissioner of Sales Tax, 1974, the Supreme Court held that an authority's failure to exercise discretion and instead follow directions from a superior without statutory backing constituted abdication, rendering the action void. Impact Judicial review prevents authorities from evading responsibility, maintaining the integrity of administrative processes. 4. Distinction from permissible delegation ***. The doctrine does not prohibit delegation entirely. Statutes may allow subdelegation or assistance from subordinate bodies, provided the delegating authority retains ultimate control and responsibility. Example in A.K. Roy vs. Union of India, 1982, the Supreme Court clarified that delegation is permissible if the statute authorizes it and the delegating authority retains supervisory control. However, wholesale transfer of decision-making powers without oversight constitutes abdication. Application This distinction ensures flexibility in administrative functioning while preventing authorities from relinquishing their core responsibilities. Critical analysis Balancing flexibility and accountability The doctrine prevents misuse of power through unauthorized delegation or inaction but must balance the need for administrative efficiency. Overly rigid application could hinder governance, especially in complex bureaucracies where delegation is practical. Public interest considerations Courts often consider public interest when applying the doctrine. For instance, in Union of India v. Azadi Bachao Andolan, 2003, the Supreme Court noted that administrative actions must serve the public good, and abdication undermines this objective. Challenges Determining whether an action constitutes abdication or permissible delegation can be fact-specific, leading to judicial inconsistency. Additionally, the doctrine's application may vary across jurisdictions, as common law systems like India emphasize judicial review, while others may rely on statutory checks. Indian context In India, the doctrine against abdication is rooted in constitutional principles like the rule of law and separation of powers. Articles 14, Equality before law, and 21, Right to life and liberty, of the Constitution reinforce the need for administrative authorities to act lawfully and responsibly. Cases like Menka Gandhi vs. Union of India, 1978, indirectly support this doctrine by emphasizing that administrative actions must be fair, reasonable, and within legal bounds, preventing authorities from shirking their duties. Conclusion The doctrine against abdication in administrative law ensures that authorities exercise their statutory powers and duties responsibly, without delegating them unlawfully or refusing to act. It promotes accountability, legality, and public trust in governance, enforced primarily through judicial review. In India, landmark cases like Pradyat Kumar Bose and Gwalior Rayon illustrate its significance in maintaining the rule of law. However, the doctrine must be applied judiciously to allow legitimate delegation while preventing evasion of responsibility. If you meant a specific aspect of this doctrine, e.g., its application in a particular case, jurisdiction, or comparison with another doctrine, please clarify, and I can provide a more focused response. Additionally, if you'd like a visual chart summarizing this doctrine or analysis of a specific case or statute, let me know.